welcome to Back-ish Some Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Jason.
Hey, Jason's back.
Hey, Jason.
Still
Yay!
here. We're doing a Star Wars book because The Mandalorian. Star Wars is back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's in the form of the most overrated character in Star Wars. That is Boba Fett. It's not Boba Fett, though.
Not it.
The Mandalorian is not only is he not Boba Fett, there's no Boba Fett in that show.
Yeah.
This is, of course, the show for Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, which is produced and directed, I think, by Jon Favreau of Iron Man fame, and of course,
It's just really Iron Man fame at this point.
Well, he played Foggy Nelson in the Daredevil film. Why just focus on one Mandalorian when I can give you two for the price of one? Wow. In Star Wars Boba Fett Twin Engines of Destruction, written by Andy Mangels with pencils by John Nadeau.
I get why they didn't decide to go with the TED fighter instead of the TIE fighter. Hey, I get it now.
Right.
It's just not as good of a name.
No, it's true. I picked this up as a kid because Boba Fett is the awesomest, and he looks cool, and he gets his man every time. I gotta tell you, man, when I picked this up, this was the exact kind of fuel that needed to feed the flames of my passion for Boba Fett as a character, which is to say, he isn't a character, has no personality, and is a really cool drawing. He's the Ghost Rider of Star Wars. What? This is from the Dark Horse era, aka the Star Wars Legends era, when they made...
I'm aware.
yeah,
So this is real Star Wars EU stuff.
real Star Wars
Right,
EU. How can you tell? Well, Dark Horse, of course, had the Star Wars license during this period. It's from '97. You can easily place when this was. First of all, Boba Fett's in it. So, oh no, is it pre-Jedi? No. This is post-Sarlacc Resurrection Boba Fett. How do I know? There's a handy-dandy Star Wars timeline right here in the margin.
Wow.
Yep.
Starts from the Tales of the Jedi era, 5,000 years before Episode 1, also known as the Golden Age of the Sith. We're going to go down this timeline. Look, there's even a 5 to 10 years before Star Wars Episode 4 with droids. That's when that takes place.
Oh my
Favorite
God.
series.
Episode 4. Episode 4, A New Hope, and then everything after that is classified as plus or minus years after A New Hope.
Yeah.
Boba Fett Twin Engines of Destruction takes place 5+ years after Star Wars A New Hope Episode 4. And 4 years before Heir to the Empire.
Okay.
And
Okay.
1 year after X-Wing Rogue Squadron.
That's also a great book series, by the way.
Yeah. And
I
a
never
comic
read
book
that
series.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I got to read that.
Right. Yeah, because then you can actually see the X-Wings do stuff.
Instead
as
of
opposed
just
to
reading
And
descriptions.
then Wedge Antilles turned the console as hard as he could to the left, and the
Okay.
wing dipped and flipped,
All right,
and they
all right,
fired
hold
the
on.
photons.
In defense of those books, while reading, the action is a little goofy. They took inspiration from like the X-Wing video game. So if you played a lot of X-Wing, the video game, reading those, it's very familiar because they talk about the control layout and how to fly the thing as the video game kind of works. So it was
That's pretty cool.
for
So-
me
Yeah.
doing that.
It'd be really cool if they like gave you, readouts so you could play the novel in your X-Wing game.
That
Like,
would
here we go.
That would have been really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So just to contextualize yourself with the pre-Disney acquisition Star Wars timeline, it is after Jedi. How long after Jedi? About a year.
Okay.
So between Jedi and Heir to the Empire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I got
Right. And well before like any babies.
it. Right.
Right.
So
Well, the babies happened at the end of the Heir to the Empire series.
exactly. Well, and Heir to the Empire is 5 years after this.
Yeah.
Right. So where does it fall with the courtship of Princess Leia?
Or the Truce of Bakura.
Oh,
Well-
I know. Who cares?
Yeah. It's not on the timeline. This timeline only includes the comics and movies.
And Heir to the Empire.
And Heir to the Empire because it's that
It
influential.
had just happened.
Yes.
I think.
See,
Probably.
But
you can take your
look.
other books and go away.
Dark Empire.
Dark Empire's on there 10 years after Star Wars Episode 4.
Dark Empire.
And then there's
that's
an-
the comics, right?
See,
Yeah.
now this kind of just ruins it. Obviously, nothing's going to happen to Boba Fett in this.
You're not reading a Boba Fett comic to expect him to die.
I just feel
That
like
being
there should
said,
be a
there-
little tension.
There is a book, I think, called The Death of Boba Fett or something like that, in which he dies, but that's after this. After the acquisition.
It
so.
should be the death of Boba Fett again.
Again, the
Yeah.
redeath.
Yeah, it should be just about him falling into the Sarlacc and wandering stomach as it's slowly digested for 1,000
okay.
years.
50 pages of highly detailed, grotesque drawing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Him just like kicking Jawas off that had clearly fallen in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like.
Right?
What does he mean by that? When he says like it's slowly digested over 1,000 years, I didn't mean that to. I didn't assume that to mean that it's like it's just a cave, and inevitably he'll be digested because that's what he's in is a stomach. I thought it was like no, you'll be swallowed and like incorporate and like you're stuck. Like it's a waking nightmare as opposed to it being like it is on Robot Chicken's depiction where he's landed in a cave and they make fun of you. Yeah.
Yes. You assumed it would be like being swallowed by like a whale where you can't really move.
Yes. Or a giant
That
snake.
is literally a thing I never want to think about. I
That is-
really don't.
That's why I called it a waking nightmare.
But like it was a sarlacc. I'm never gonna run into that. I might run into a whale.
And like, wait a minute, does the digestive properties of sarlacc preserve your life? So it's like, no, it'll digest you over 1,000 years and preserve you. Like Boba Fett would last another like 2 years.
It gives you extra long life.
Yeah.
I think
1,000 years.
I think it's hyperbole.
You know what though? Okay, forgetting that it might be hyperbolic because Jabba is nothing if not a showman. What if they do a story where it's like they go to the husk of the sarlacc bit to extract its like regenerative properties. It's like, oh no, it will digest you for 1,000 years and it'll preserve you for 1,000 years. Like it becomes like a drug or something.
Is the Sarlacc dead?
I assume. Oh yes, it is. When Boba Fett frees himself.
Oh, he ends up killing. I did not realize.
Yeah, he kills it from the inside.
I see. Where is that bit of lore depicted?
Well, it depends. I think that they reference it in the Tales of the Bounty Hunters novelization from Kevin J. Anderson.
Oh, that guy.
So on the planet of Flawaka, there's this.
Boy.
It's already started.
First panel, I'm done.
The planet of Flawaka, there's a bewinged pirate who is being pursued, and his name is Nostric.
And he's a gargoyle from Disney's
he's a
Gargoyles.
Straight up.
Sure is. Yep.
So he's pursued by what seemingly looks like Boba Fett. Boba Fett tracks him, and at the awning of a cave, Nostric says, "I heard you were the best, but I am better," and activates a small explosive device which blows up the cave. Fett,
Wasn't he in the cave?
he was, but he must have been protected, perhaps by his wings. We don't get any context for it, but Boba Fett flies out of the cave, his armor protecting him, of course, from the explosion.
Sure.
Nostric then attempts to flee deeper in the cave by using a handprint identification door that he jumps through, but not before he catches a dart fired by Fett in the leg.
So it's like a poison dart or
Yeah,
whatever.
naturally. Yeah, absolutely. He blows up the door, and then he calls out to Nostric and says, these darts have Frinka venom in them.
No.
And I know one of them got you. If you don't get this antidote very soon, you'll be paralyzed forever. He doesn't respond, so he reasons, I'm not going to be able to parlay with this guy. I'm going to have to take him down.
Yeah.
We see a from his perspective
a
image
visor
of
shot.
the visor, which
Oh.
doesn't seem to help his visibility whatsoever.
No, it looks like you can't see very much at all.
Everything
Move
is
over
red.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
Here
his
comes
heads-up display
Boba Fett.
rocks. Yeah.
With squares around him.
Yeah. Nostric then activates a series of Indiana Jones-esque Temple of Doom booby traps, which includes, but is not limited to, a opening floor with spikes on the bottom.
Nice.
Fett falls and catches himself, and then reads out the bodies of other unfortunate characters who attempted to apprehend Nostric, which includes just rotted corpses of stormtroopers. I always like this panel because if you see them without their helmets, like their faces are rotted, but their suits are still perfectly preserved.
Right.
Right.
So like it's just Death Troopers waiting to happen.
Oh yeah, this is the formation of the zombie virus that would be the catalyst for Death Troopers.
Man, that was a disappointing book.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It really
I was
was.
so ready for that.
Me
I was just
too.
like, this is dumb.
But did you read the prequel book?
No.
That is also a sequel in which they tell you the origin of the virus.
No. The best part about that book was that atop a pile of corpses, they reached a place beyond tears. I was like, that's it.
I must have blocked that.
Nope, that was my favorite panel.
Yeah,
I think
last atop a pile of
corpses.
corpses.
I reached a place Beyond
Tears.
Tears. I have that bookmarked someplace.
You also have it signed by its author.
I do.
There's nothing more Star Wars than that line.
Anyway, Dengar shows up,
Sure.
Of course he does.
and
Trying to snipe Boba Fett's bounty?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
big time.
I know he's supposed to have like head wrappings, but when you see him drawn like this, it looks like he's just wearing like a burlap sack on his head.
Or he's covered in nougat or something.
It's just kind of like really hammering home the fact that he sucks.
Yes.
yes.
Like he looks like a homeless person who became a bounty hunter.
That's not a
That's
bad
probably what
profession.
he is. Yeah.
I mean, if you own a ship, you are no longer homeless in the Star Wars universe. Of course, Nostrum or Nosotr.
On Flea Block or whatever it is.
Flawaka! Tiffany, have some respect for the source material.
Sorry.
Mangles didn't stay up all night and not be able to, talk to his loved ones. For you to get the name of this planet, we're not going to be on any longer.
Oh, God.
Wrong. Anyway, Nostric activates this sonar thing that disorients Fett and keeps him from being able to right himself.
Because he's like a bat?
Yeah, I guess. It's not biological. He just activates it as a device.
Another gadget.
Another gadget.
He's got gadgets.
Dengar shoots the gadget, which turns off the device. He then checks on Nostric, who is, of course, paralyzed at this point. He's got the gun trained on the back of his head. Fett's back on his feet, and he's like, "You're not stealing my bounty." So Dengar faces off against Fett, and he goes, "I probably saved your life again. Wait a minute. You're not Boba Fett." And he goes, "Wait, what makes you think that?" And he goes, "You're that cast guy, ain't you? Jodo cast."
What?
What?
I'm not going to rush you, man. It's not my style, but you should know, masquerading as Boba Fett, not good for your health. Who's Jodo Cast?
Yeah.
Jodo Cast is a copycat bounty hunter who also has Mandalorian armor and goes around kind of sniping bounties from Boba Fett. He even, after Boba Fett fell in the Sarlacc pit, he repainted his Mandalorian armor to look more like Boba Fett's armor so that people would mistake him for Fett.
Is this the first time we're introduced to this character in this book here?
Yes. Okay. Although we do get some retconning that explains that Jodo Cast was a member of the Republic and the Rebels, and he basically found Mandalorian armor, and he was like, "This is way better than fighting," and became a bounty hunter and just used the obvious superiority of Mandalorian tech to aid him in his quest to make more money.
If Mandalorian tech is so great,
How come everyone isn't wearing it?
why?
Because, that was a story that was lost to the winds of time, Tiffany. The idea was, and the implication for Star Wars fans prequels, was that the Mandalorians' armor was some kind of anti-Jedi armor. The idea being that it was the Mandalorians were a race of beings who fought against the Jedi, presumably during the Clone Wars, and they were wiped out. That they were too dangerous to be left around.
They're too dangerous to be kept alive.
Precisely. So
We know the Jedi have a big...
problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Mandalorian armor and the secrets of the race entirely were lost. And Boba Fett, maybe he was a Mandalorian, maybe he was an opportunist and took Mandalorian armor, but he's really good at it, and there's not much of it left.
But wouldn't Imperial engineers want to get a hold of this in order
Absolutely.
to reverse engineer it and try to?
It's impossible.
No.
It's
You
like
understand,
it's like
it's so
super
hard.
enchanted armor in an RPG where it's very rare and you can't duplicate it
Oh,
or repair
okay.
it.
It's infused with the Force.
Oh,
Damn
That's how they're
it.
able to fight Jedi.
What
and
it's
shit.
got Yaslarmy
Yeah.
mucus.
Yeah, that had already happened at this point. So yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
that's canon in the Legends series. So Dengar's like, right on. I appreciate that he didn't kill me, but also, I'm thinking screw Jodo Cast. So he calls up Boba Fett because Boba Fett owes him a favor or two. Why? Because when Boba Fett was in the Sarlacc pit, Dengar went to get him.
Why?
What?
Because Dengar's a shitty bounty hunter, and he figures if Boba Fett owes him a favor or two, it'll pay off. Which it did. The idea being, of course, that Boba Fett freed himself in the Sarlacc pit, obviously because he's the awesomest, and then Dengar found him kind of fucked up in the desert and picked him up and let him not die of exposure.
Okay.
So
And
Dengar,
he nursed him back to health.
more or
and,
less, yeah, and fed him soup.
And, through the helmet because we don't want to see the face.
No, you can't see the face. And this book does a good job of preserving that because, of
Okay.
course, we can't know what Boba Fett looks
Yeah,
like.
you ruin everything.
It would
if you
ruin
knew what he looked
everything
like.
if you cast Boba Fett or his clone dad and gave him a new voice that was totally incongruous with the original voice, it would ruin the character forever.
Why would anyone do that?
It doesn't even
Thankfully,
make any
no,
sense.
because no one
No
has done
idea
that.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. Dengar sends Boba Fett an email. Or whatever, you tell me.
Wait, what's Boba Fett's email address?
Here's the thing, it's an encoded message, and Dengar's encoded message name for Boba Fett is Sarlacc food.
It's not like Boba Fett rocks.
I think that's Boba Fett's personal email.
2 X's.
I saved your life, and I told you
Where
where
to
to find Jodocast, because of course Boba Fett is nothing without, his reputation.
Right.
And he hates Jodocast for
Jodocast is
aping
effing it up.
I feel like you
Yeah.
can't just say, you owe me 2. I think Boba Fett has to acknowledge the fact that he
Nope,
owes you a
not
debt.
a smooth negotiator like Dengar. Meanwhile, on Nildwab,
No. More flying creatures?
those are just indigenous.
Oh,
But,
those are Teratars.
Is that what they call them?
No, I made that up.
I mean, it's genius. It's as good as anything George Lucas came up with. All right.
It's better than Nildwab.
well, so we're on Nildwab, and
Sorry.
You gotta stop saying that, man.
That sounds like
Alright, fine.
a gnome that we'd run into on an adventure
On
that
Nildwab!
we don't want to deal with and we hate him.
Jeez, Nildweb.
we gotta.
It's Nildwab.
Don't leave without
Pretend you don't
Nildwab.
see him.
Nope, just
Nildwab isn't even a person in this book. Nobam Knoll is standing atop a pile of dead people, and he, who's Nobam Knoll? But he is a Sith Lord.
do I care?
Has he arrived at a place beyond tears?
Yeah,
It
first
looks
of all.
like it. Yeah.
But second of all, is he gonna last long enough for me to care?
Not at all.
Cool.
Yay.
Nobam Knoll is a Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord?
Thank you.
He has the Force?
Yeah, and it's in this like post Jedi period, so it's like, oh no, this guy's a pretty big roller, right? Like, oh shit. And then there's an explosion which distracts him, and when he turns around, Boba Fett lands and then cracks him across the throat with a big fancy swipe and kills him.
Wow.
How?
Why?
He hit him so hard.
That he crushed his trachea,
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
which is pretty baller.
Yeah, just
Yes, it
karate
is,
chop
but
to the throat.
Yeah.
What-
And he couldn't breathe
What a
and he died.
stupid way to die
Yeah.
after an introduction like that.
I
Yeah.
know. So
That's how
Did he even
badass
last
Boba
an
Fett
entire
is.
page?
no.
No.
No, because the
He had
the
two-thirds
out
Teratars
page.
are on
Yeah,
there.
he
That'll
had,
pay.
he had 2/3 of one page and then another full page. So
Well, in all fairness, he's dead at the bottom of the
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
one doesn't count.
No.
He's just another corpse for the pile.
yeah. So
That's what Boba Fett should have said.
another corpse of the
Oh.
pile. No, instead he says something even better because, Nobam Knoll is of course like he's like giving a sermon on the mount.
Yeah.
He's like, through
To
me
no one.
you will find death, and through me, like, you shall find, and then Boba Fett kills him and he says, in you they'll find Bantha dung.
What?
Because you're full of shit.
Right.
Oh.
Why did he say Bantha Putu?
So Boba Fett brings Nobam Knoll's body to the people who clearly hired him.
Yep.
They give him a box, presumably of credits. At this
Unclear
point,
what's in the box.
At this point, we have never really seen like credits of any kind, much less Republic credits. So we're just gonna assume that it's money. I recall that isn't it like when
Well, Han gets boxes.
when Han gets boxes at the end of A New Hope? Like, are those? Is that credits?
No, I
Is
assumed
that
it was
treasure?
like,
What-
He
what-
says
what's in the
I
box?
got a lot of people to pay off with this stuff. I assume it's just boxes of money, but like
I assumed it was like stuff to sell.
no,
Oh, it's like
because they
more
promised him
contraband?
15,000 credits.
Yeah, but they probably didn't have any. They probably just have like weapons and stuff.
Yes,
like
they
here, I
probably
guess you could
would give-
sell.
Then
these.
why would Obi-Wan promise that? Is he just a jerk?
Yes.
All right, fair enough. So Boba Fett gets paid off, and they said, you defeated the Sith Lord. He goes, he wasn't a Sith. I know Sith.
Oh.
Oh, a little tidbit about who Boba Fett is.
Well, that makes a little more sense.
And then he goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, it was all trickery. His gloves were wired.
What? What does that mean?
It means that the guy who was using, like, Nobam
Wired with
Knoll
what?
was Mysterio of the Star Wars universe.
But
It was all smoke and mirrors.
There were wires so we could like move things.
and like
Yeah.
zap people and stuff.
But that's also not really like
Interesting.
look into his character because he met Vader.
Right.
So this doesn't really say anything about.
No, about his
Beyond-
past.
No. It's just.
Well, he knew.
He watched
a
Vader
Sith.
like pull a blaster out of Han's
Yeah,
hand. He's
I
like,
think it's like I killed him like a bitch, so he couldn't really have been a Sith.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if he was, it wouldn't have been that easy.
he's like, if it was,
True.
we would have all had an uncomfortable dinner.
So this book is really about trickery and deception and
It is about deception.
pretending to be somebody
That's
else.
the theme of Twin Engines of Destruction.
Oh, what does Boba Fett discover about himself at the end?
He's awesome.
That he's still as awesome as he always thought
That
he
is-
was.
that is-
Maybe even more.
That is actually the thesis of this book.
Damn
Swear to
it.
God, that's the lesson that Boba Fett walks away with at
That's
the end
the
of the story.
Boba
pitch.
Fett still had his groove.
How Boba Fett retained his groove. So Fett makes fun of him, takes his money, and then leaves. And he's like, I'm going to need every credit from this job to pay for my next job, which is killing Jodo Cast.
What, Boba Fett had no savings?
Yeah.
I think he lives paycheck to paycheck.
Wow.
Maybe someone pillaged all his savings while he was in this.
He definitely was dead for a period, so,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, on Parqualis 3, a bandit, it's Boba Fett. So Boba Fett assumes the identity of another character and contacts,
He's a mummy.
he looks like a mummy, because the idea here is that Boba Fett is horribly scarred from the Sarlacc pit.
Oh.
That he has all these horrible Sarlacc scars.
He's the Scarlac.
Thank you.
So anyway,
I'm like, sorry, I said that.
So Boba Fett assumes the identity of a character named Sava Breck Madak. We're going to call him Madak from now on. So Madak, okay, secretly Boba Fett.
Yep.
He goes to the House of Benelex and speaks with Kaz Enel Yelik. And Kaz Enel Yelik is a arbiter who sets up bounty hunters for clients.
Okay.
And that this Madak wants to hire Jodocast for a job. So what's the job? Like, why are you hiring this guy? And he says, well, there's a man who's done me a great many wrongs by doing business in my name. And I know where this character is. I don't need Cast to hunt him down. He's hiding on Nal Hutta, and what I need is for Cast to go there and apprehend him and bring him to me alive. 100,000 credits alive, 80,000 credits dead.
She's like, are you sure you don't want Zuckus for this? It just
Or
seems...
Forlom. No, damn it.
No, damn it, I need Cast!
I don't know.
So Boba Fett goes back to the Slave One. He puts on his
What? That
Boba
was
Fett
Boba
outfit?
Fett the whole time?
Whoa.
but like, look how scarred.
Look, he's all scarred. Look at his back. It's all, I guess that's scars.
Or pockmarks?
They're pockmarked, but they're like what? Maybe it's like that he was plugged into the Sarlacc by like tubes or something.
Oh, maybe he's an alien.
No, Boba Fett's a dude.
Well, I mean, like, they're all aliens.
They're all
I guess.
aliens.
They're
There's
all-
no
whatever.
But so then Fett changes into his Fett costume, goes and meets with Dengar at like a kind of like bar. So he meets up with Dengar, who's just been getting drunk the entire time. And he's like, okay, so you hired Cast. Burp, let's go. So then they meet.
So Dengar's still helping him? He's
Yeah.
gonna owe Dengar 3?
No, just I guess he's probably paying Dengar. to do
Dengar's
it.
also like, oh man, people see me hanging around Boba Fett.
I'm gonna get in good with
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Especially this is a guild. This is a bounty hunters guild over here, guys. Like we gotta, you know.
This
Yeah, but Boba Fett's not in it, right? That was the whole plot to the bounty hunter.
Oh right. Well now, but now Boba Fett is here. See, that was Madak.
Listen, he's such a badass that like Dengar's just hoping any of it rubs off on him.
Right, right. Maybe I'll learn something from it.
Right. But yeah.
He'll get lucky.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll pick up some Boba Fett scraps.
Yeah, I mean, he might as well. Apparently, at some point during this story or before the story, there was a Hutt clan war. And there were no claims on this particular Huttese settlement or location, and Boba Fett knows about it, and he wants to use that one because he doesn't want to owe anybody anything. He already owes Dengar 2.
Right.
Really 1, but, you know, he's not going to let him forget it. So 1.5.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the half. You get part of my job. So he goes to Nal Hutta. He's gonna trap Cast there. And so Dengar and Fett go to Nal Hutta and they set up shop and essentially set up like a death trap for Jodocast.
Sure.
Are there like 2 slave ones, or is that another? Oh, that's another panel. Okay.
Yeah, no. Boba Fett flies Slave 1. Jodocast's ship is a outfitted Imperial shuttle.
That's cool.
Oh, that's kind of that's neat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
in the lived-in post, prequel Star Wars universe, like everything's all old and junky and covered in crap and like worn. I like the idea of like retrofitting older tech. Like, man, old Star Wars. Anyway, but yeah, that's Jodo Cast's ship. He also has a logo. The only way you can really tell them apart, besides the like lighter red on Cast's Mandalorian armor, is that Boba Fett has a logo on his chest plate armor, which is like a half circle with like a little like arrow through it.
You know what's funny? I always in my head was like, it's a piece of wheat.
Right. It
It's
looks
not.
like wheat, but it's not.
It's just straight up not.
Yeah, but Jodo Cast has like an odd
Yeah, I don't
insignia on it, which is also on the top fin of his shuttle.
And his is less good.
Oh yeah, it's more overdeveloped. Cast lands on Nal Hutta. He has some like internal monologue where he talks about how Nal Hutta means like glorious jewel in Huttese, and it's like it's barely that. Like Nal Hutta sucks because it's run by the Hutts and they don't give a shit about anything. They're all crappy. The whole place is just like run by gangsters and crap. It's not it's not very interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I'm here because some rich asshole named Madak hired me to get his guy, and so and he even said that Boba Fett wasn't available. Well, Boba Fett sucks. He's an old fossil.
Wait,
that name,
Boba Fett
Boba
sucks.
Fett.
I'm gonna look like him though.
Well, yeah, it's like, he's also been trading on Boba Fett's absence, so he's kind of like, I was better than him anyway. Like now I'm really riding high on my whole like adoption of Boba Fett's identity.
What?
I love that. Also, the whole thing about Jodo Cast kind of doesn't really make much sense because, so are you? Basically, the idea is that Jodo Cast is registered under the Guild of Bounty Hunters as Jodo Cast, and Boba Fett doesn't have a friggin' like trademark on Mandalorian armor.
Right.
But he also doesn't correct anyone who hires him thinking that he's Boba Fett.
That is Boba Fett, right.
And that's how he does it. That's how he does his business.
Right, but then he's just like, but he sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's stupid.
Right.
I will benefit from how much everyone else thinks he's awesome.
And I don't suck when they think I'm him.
Right.
Yeah.
But he sucks.
But he does suck. Not
Right.
that he's bad at his job. He's just a shitty person. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
So
He's just jealous.
he's very
He's
jealous.
just jelly.
So Cast goes into this big chamber and he immediately starts tripping all of the booby traps. There's explosions and lasers. He hits a depressing foot panel and like laser grid pops up. He's just getting wrecked. He knows he's got to leave through the ceiling, so he uses the big missile thing on the back of his jetpack. What is that? It ain't no missile. It's a magnetic grappler. The top part fires into the air. It connects through the ceiling, and then the backpack retracts up, kind of like grappling hook.
Oh.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, as a way of being like, you thought it was a missile,
Yeah.
but it's actually a magnetic grappler. And I like it because Cass basically says, hate to lose this baby, but I'm gonna die, so I better use it, which is great because it's like,
It's a one-time use?
it's a one-time use. Yeah.
That sucks.
I know,
that
but
does
like
suck.
that's why you never see him use it.
No, that's stupid.
Well, also because the Cass is like, I'm not gonna find any more Mandalorian armor, so
Yeah.
this is it.
I think I like the Star Wars Demolition video game better, where it was actually missiles. That
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes more sense.
Star Wars Demolition.
Okay.
The twisted metal
Did you
of Star
ever
Wars.
do Star Wars Demolition?
No.
No.
I had
I
it
never
for
even
the
heard of
PlayStation,
it.
And seriously, my brother and I, hours and hours and hours just blowing each other up.
Yeah.
Incredible. And Boba Fett was a total cheater character.
Oh, yes.
Like, it was great.
That
What
sounds about
platform was that?
I think it was the PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1. It's pretty old.
Yeah.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, it's dope though.
Come visit sometime. We'll play.
You have it.
I do.
Sadly, I don't have the other Star Wars game for the PlayStation 1, Star Wars Masters of Terraskazi.
I've never heard of it.
I don't know that
Oh,
one.
well, it is a fighter game, like Street Fighter, but Star Wars.
yes.
So Cast ascends, and he loses a stun collar for his troubles, but he ends up in this like big kind of like, I don't know, airplane hangar thing. It's cool. It's dark, and suddenly he is attacked by Minox. Minox just released into the
Oh
room.
no.
Release the Minox!
They're
It's
gonna
like
suck at his
Oprah's
power
there.
cable.
Yeah.
And she's
You get a
releasing these.
Minox! You get a Minox! But it's cool because like the Minox are attacking him. Maybe he's covered in some kind of pheromone that gets the Minox interested in him. Who knows? It's
Listen.
not explained. It's not like Boba Fett trains Minox unless he does in his spare time. He's playing with him. He's feeding them. He's
It's like
petting
it's
them.
like passenger pigeons or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Homing
Boba
pigeons.
Fett's friend
Homing
to the
pigeons.
animals.
right. But anyway,
Not the
Cass,
Sarlacc though.
No, Cass torches the Minox, and
Oh,
then
no, his babies.
I know. He proceeds to
Fly into a rage.
he proceeds to open up this door which leads down a causeway. He proceeds to open up this door in a really cool image of just him kind of entering this paint. And seemingly Hickrop, the guy he's here to capture, runs down the stairwell. And so he's like, okay, I've got him. So he chases him down, and then Hickrop trips. He's like, I've got you now. And he points his gun at him, and then he fades away because he was a hologram. So Jodocast is befuddled by this hologram, and then Boba Fett behind him says, it's called a hologram, this is called a trap, and I'm calling you dead. So every time Boba Fett opens his mouth, he sounds like a dumbass, which is why he only has 3 lines in the entire original trilogy.
Does Jodocast go, it's a trap?
No, he does not.
Damn
He just
it.
drops his weapon.
Damn it.
So Dengar is monitoring the entire thing via Slave 1, and also helping to trip the traps and everything.
I'm kind of surprised that Fett didn't make Dengar pretend to be.
Yeah, I thought
The mark.
I thought it was going to
Well,
be Dengar.
especially
Yeah.
because
I thought Dengar was going to turn around and shoot him.
and be like, gotcha, fucker. No.
No.
That would be smart too, especially if Cast killed him.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I owe you 0.
Yeah.
You bandage-headed jackass. But it's interesting because then we find out Boba Fett can't just go to Jodocast's house and shoot him in the face.
Why?
Because you can't kill another bounty hunter. It's against the bounty hunter code.
What?
I feel like Boba Fett doesn't follow the code.
He straight up does because he's a man of honor, kinda. Not really.
What?
But he's also so he needed to make it legal so that Cast has an alibi. We know that Cast went on a job and it went south. So Boba Fett isn't culpable for the job.
Okay.
But he's got
So no one will ever know.
Except
except for
Dengar.
Dengar.
Except for Dengar.
who he's gonna fucking put in the airlock after this little adventure.
If I was Dengar, I'd be like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Oh.
I'm thinking we're clean.
I'm now
gonna
alive.
go.
You, you don't owe me anything, and I'm
Yeah.
going to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave right now, actually. So, Cast is like, hey, listen, Fett, can we talk about this? And he goes I love it because he says, you can't kill me. It's against the code. And Fett says, I wasn't the first one to break the code. And then you get a little close-up of Cast's jetpack exhausts, and they turn from down to behind him. They go, whoop.
How?
What?
I guess he's got maybe he's got a thing in his glove, whatever the point
Yeah.
is. They just turn, and Cast fires his jetpack into Boba Fett.
Oh,
Nice.
Whoa.
And
that's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
and fires himself across the room, and
Face plants, though.
face plants. Yeah, but he manages to get away. He shoots at Fett, so that Fett has to run to ground, and then he just takes off. He blasts up into the air. Fett shoots him with a grappler. He then gets him in the leg, connects the other end of the grapple to a pillar within this now seemingly gladiatorial arena that we're in.
Sure.
He then holds him, so Cass got to suspend him in the air because his jetpack's forcing against the grapple.
Yeah.
Fett flies up, kicks him in the back of the head, and then hits him in the back of the jetpack with a crowbar.
And just
And
magically procured from
Some piece of
Yeah.
metal.
yeah, and
yeah.
basically just depletes the jetpack of fuel,
Mm.
and then fires a dart in Cass's neck because, as you've seen in every image of Boba Fett, he's got the helmet. He's got a turtleneck underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point of vulnerability in the
Yeah.
armor. So he hits him with the dart. Cass lets go because it's a paralysis dart, and he falls to the ground.
Is that Boba Fett's thing?
Darts? Paralysis
Darts.
darts?
I always assumed it was
Yeah.
disintegration based on the...
Well, no, that was Cass doing the dart the first time.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
no disintegration,
As you wish.
right? I mean,
Yeah, that's his thing. Boba Fett disintegrates people.
Right.
No.
Well, he didn't disintegrate this guy. He doesn't because he wants the armor.
Oh.
Oh, because his arm was all fucked up from the Sarlacc, bile.
Well, and
it's
also
always good to have a spare.
it's good to
Yeah.
have a spare. So Cast is paralyzed. He's got a nerve toxin in him.
Yeah.
So Fett takes the helmet off, and I love it because there's actually in the design of Fett's helmet, you see this little strip, and as a close-up, it's there's almost like a locking mechanism. So it's connected. You can't just take it off. You have to
Right.
unlock it.
Sure.
And it's a little
kinda
detail.
cool.
It's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
But he unlocks it, and he goes, "Let's see who you are." And then it's a guy, and he goes, "You're
Yeah.
nobody." And it's yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who do you think we thought it was?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
His name's Jodo Cast.
Right. It's not like fucking Luke Skywalker in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Oh.
he goes, you didn't earn this armor. You didn't earn this reputation. You call me a fossil. You should have learned from this fossil. You'll never be me. Starts stripping him of his armor, taking off his clothes, putting on some candles,
Take his
lighting
shoes.
some music, and
What?
Whoa.
you're gonna learn a thing or two from Boba Fett. Let me tell you this.
Dengar's like,
What?
record.
You owe me 3, Fett. But yeah. Sorry, what was your other reference? Oh yeah, take his shoes.
His shoes, take his shoes.
Take his shoes. So he's taken the important components of Jodo Cast's armor. Jodo Cast is flopping around on the ground, suffering from nerve toxin.
Yeah.
And he says, one of these 3 vials in front of you is the antidote to the nerve toxin. I didn't just blast a hole in your jetpack to deplete you of fuel. He uses the jetpack to create like a gasoline chain from, him to the jetpack and set the jetpack to self-destruct.
Okay.
Okay.
He's like, so if you can find the strength within you to overcome the nerve toxin and outwit me by picking which of these vials is the antidote, you may be able to find the strength to escape the rocket pack which is going to blow up. But you won't be able to because you're not me. As if to suggest that Boba Fett himself would be able to escape this death trap.
Well, he escaped the Sarlacc.
Yeah.
That's a hole in the ground.
Yeah, and when I was in the Sarlacc, how do you think I got out? There were 3 vials in front of me, and I had to select the
Right?
one that would
if
give
it
me
was like
enough strength.
thematic, like he had to trick Jodo Cast into a freaking pit, and he
Yeah.
had to fight his way out. Like
Yeah.
that would at least been thematically
Yeah, this is
interesting.
nothing.
This is
Yeah.
this is a death situation. There's no other solution. I love it because like he's just like, you're not me. You'd never be able to figure it out. Like it. If Fett escaped from a cave, that'd be impressive. But it's a living cave. He could just throw a grenade and then the cave spits him out. Like, it's not even hard to escape from. It's easier to escape from than a regular cave.
Have you ever been in a Sarlacc?
Yeah, that's all I could. Maybe you could close like a.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, a living cave or a dead cave or a non-living cave doesn't fight back when you try to get out.
Does the Sarlacc?
It probably has like a swallowing mechanism when
No,
you try
that's
to
right.
claw
And there are
out
all
and it
those-
just
We
pulls
do
you
know it
because
does.
The spikes
Spikes on
point
the
down.
inside.
Yeah,
Think
those
about
are teeth.
think about what happens
Whatever.
Yeah.
with the Millennium Falcon when they're in the asteroid
Yeah.
field.
It tries to get them.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a living
If
cave.
it's just a regular cave, they could have just flown out.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Well, or they could have just blasted it with the Falcon's lasers and then just left it at any point. Or sat in its husk.
Yeah, I don't know why they fled.
It's not like the space worm was going to activate its digestive system now that it knows there's food in its stomach.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, maybe it was.
Or gullet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it was the digestive system was already working. Maybe.
Oh, they were being
Oh, they were
digested.
slowly
Maybe
being
they're-
digested.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Maybe.
Minox might have been the first ones to go at that point.
Well, they don't touch the walls.
So they're like sharks. They're always
They have
flying.
to always fly.
Yeah, look, all they do
What we're talking about
are eat, sleep.
is eat, sleep, fly,
And make,
And
and
make
make little
Minox.
Minox. No.
I assume
what
they
we have
live in
here
like
is it's a machine. It's actually a miracle of evolution.
I assume that the Minox live in like a symbiotic relationship with the space slug, and they help it digest
So
food.
the space slug
like
is like the
plankton.
shark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like the things that attach to
Yeah,
the
the
outside of it or
lampreys.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lampreys.
I think they're lampreys.
I don't
It
know.
works for me.
Suckerfish, whatever the fuck.
Wow.
Boba Fett meets Dengar on Slave One, and Dengar's funny because he's just like, so ends the saga of the man who would be Fett, huh? Man, you really got him with that rocket pack thing. I'm talking to myself, aren't I? So why'd you give him a chance to live? Kaboom! Everything shakes. Boba Fett turns. I didn't. Of course you didn't. That's not a friggin' surprise.
What?
Yeah.
It's like, what does that mean? Does that mean that actually none of those things were the antidote? Or
No,
they were,
no,
and he's just
it's,
like,
I
he's
gave you the
just not gonna
chance
be
to
able-
be me, but because you never could be,
You didn't actually have a chance.
you never
There
had a
was
chance.
never a chance.
Except
So
you never
what
had a
would you
chance.
have done, Boba Fett, to get out of that scenario?
Well, you see,
Yeah, how would you have
well, his
solved this?
implication is that, like, okay, I got struck by nerve toxin. I have such a badass system that I would have overcome nerve toxin enough to reach for the correct vial.
Well, how would you have known which one was the correct one?
Your guess is as good as mine. They're identical vials.
It would have made more sense if it had just been one vial. And
Right.
He's like, if you can just get it,
You'll be
and
fine.
consume it, you'll be fine.
Maybe.
But you're not like physically strong enough or like have enough will to do it.
Yeah.
That I would get. Instead he creates this puzzle for him. I'm like, well, nobody would know.
Well, it's simple for Joe to cast. All he has to do is deduce what he knows about Boba Fett.
you wouldn't put the
cannot use
one.
the vial in front of you.
But then you must have known that I was not a great fool. You must have counted on it. So I can clearly not choose the vial in front of you.
Is this Johto cast as cast by Wallace Shawn?
Yeah.
Wow, we went to a lot of places.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
Fallujah and Shabadoo and
Wabba.
Flapanaba
And don't forget, was it
and Nalhutta.
And Nalhutta, which is a real
and
place.
Nildwab?
Nildwab.
Nildwab.
Our good old friend.
And Pragus 3
This globe-trotting adventure. This
Galaxy
galaxy-hopping
hopping
adventure.
of Boba Fett.
Killing a guy.
Yeah, killing one guy.
Being a petty jerk.
Being a douchebag, asshole, which is what he is, so I guess that makes sense.
Very petty.
It's actually in keeping with what I thought Boba Fett was.
right?
He is entirely his own hype man. He buys his own bullshit
Yep.
and enforces it using the efforts of the lamest bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Right? Who's like, I guess like his like life like partner. now,
Yeah,
his, like,
based
life
on
mate.
Wookiee rules,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he owes Dengar what's known
life-
as a life debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't.
Happy Life Day, everyone.
As far as
Damn
we've seen,
it.
he's never done anything for Dengar.
No.
Dengar just keeps helping him.
Just hoping that he can cash it in one day.
Yeah.
Boba Fett is basically going to be like, I didn't kill you. That was it.
You're
That's
welcome.
what you
I
got.
allowed you to live after you saw me in that state.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But like, here's the thing. This is
welcome.
the conceit of why Star Wars isn't about bounty hunters. Because it's just this kind of shit all the time.
Right. Because
It's like
stupid.
a guy did a bad thing, and then another guy hires your character to get him. Does he get him or not? That's the conflict.
Yeah.
Except in this case, where
when
it's
you
like,
put it that way, that's pretty lame.
I mean, like honestly, I mean, the conceit of this is actually interesting because it's like, no, it's got the formula of a bounty hunter story, but it's much more personal for Boba Fett because he's not
one of the guys he's going after looks like him.
well, and he's trading on his name. I'm not just getting money or revenge. I'm getting my reputation.
yeah, but it's not. But he's not going by Boba Fett. If he was
Yeah.
going by Boba Fett,
No, but he's not.
He's just
dissuading
allowing people who don't know anything,
Yes.
who are idiots, to think he might be Boba
Precisely.
Fett. That's
not
like
the same thing.
only slight. He's more like ripping off his brand a little bit.
yeah, a
but
But
little
not
bit.
like literally his
I mean,
name.
It's like if I had a comic show,
Right.
and I looked more like Sal than I do. I mean, you can tell we're almost brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And people saw me in public. They're like, "Sal Crivelli, oh my God!" I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, man."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to hunt you down.
Right, and then
Yeah.
you'd have to kill me.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'd
Very
have
elaborate.
Shoot him with a
a
Thompson.
ridiculously circuitous scheme, you
Yeah.
might say. Yeah, no, it's true.
Right.
Yeah, where I'd have to work through like a network
Right.
to facilitate.
Whereas if there was some honor, I'd be like, "Oh, I get that. I get that all the time."
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, yeah, right. Was another show that's just like it.
What is the point of him stopping this guy?
To show what a badass he is. This is just another day in the life of Boba Fett.
Yep. Day in the life.
Oh,
This
no,
is
that's
the
right.
kind of
It's
stuff
to
he
get the
does.
money.
He's got to get the
Oh, yeah,
money.
he-
He needed the money to give to the bounty hunter organizer person,
Yep,
so
to
that
hire.
he
Mad-Ak.
a real job
And
for,
to maintain his plausible,
Yeah.
identity.
Does he get that money
I
back?
was just thinking that.
Right? Like, where do those credits
I wonder
go?
if he goes back to the bounty hunter organizer.
I
and says,
think-
He's like,
hey,
yeah.
this guy's still
Cash
alive.
he
Yeah.
flaked
I don't know
on
what
me.
happened to him.
flaked on me. I don't know what
That'd be
happened. I want
amazing.
a
Yeah.
refund.
If Mad-Ak goes back to her, hey, I was on Nalhutta waiting for him.
Right.
What the hell? Hickrop
Yeah.
got away.
Yeah.
And,
I need my money back.
Yeah,
It's bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a twofer. That's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it should have ended.
Yeah.
Yes.
Him getting his
Then
money
he'd be
back.
like,
and being
he's...
That would have been even more badass.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Instead,
In this case, I'm fuck that guy.
yeah, no. Boba Fett
Yeah.
just pats himself on the back throughout the entire book.
Yeah. Sweet.
It's the only payment I need.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good job.
Now, actually, we don't actually know that Jodocast died. We just know that the jetpack
Actually, we do. We
exploded.
show him at the end, and his dead hand is underneath
And
all
it
the
says
rubble.
the end, and it's all bloody.
It's all bloody. What
Yeah,
a waste.
yeah, no.
They could have had
I
you
know.
think he died, and then he can come back in another book.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
And
No,
you
because
No, but then
Boba-
Boba
you
Fett
could
wouldn't
have-
be cool. Then he'd be a chump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and you could have actually kind of a cool like revenge story then.
Yeah.
Or maybe Cass does the same friggin' thing.
Oh.
Right.
He hires Boba Fett.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, no, he
It's
hires
very complicated,
Dengar. 'cause
Yeah.
he sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
But-
actually that'd be fun.
There could be a.
Maybe something
But he's
interesting
dead,
there.
so it doesn't
But he's
matter.
dead.
Yeah, but he's dead, so.
and he was lame anyway.
Why are their masks sometimes different
Because
colors?
the colorist was not paying attention.
Well, because the color's like, I'm sorry,
Oh
so
my
it's
God,
kind
yeah,
of red.
that's-
What?
What
That's
happened?
pretty bad.
Well, how about this? And they're like, that's fine. Just put it out.
Yeah, because his symbol's blue over here, but now it's red.
Oh my god.
It looks like they got two different colorists between
Yep.
the book.
Oh, that would be. It's just Carrie Porter.
It's just one guy.
I don't know.
He just
Well,
forgot.
maybe he had like an understudy that was.
Yeah.
He
Or,
was using
assistant
paint by
to the
numbers. He got
apprentice.
the numbers mixed
or
up.
Porter was just learning. You know what I mean? Like you're
It was
dealing with
supposed to
two
be
identical
3,
looking
but it looked
characters.
like an 8. So
Or maybe his red pen ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get this out tonight. My fucking
Yeah.
red pen.
It's time!
It's yellow.
I don't know.
What's
The other,
up?
by the way, the other reason why.
yeah, wow, no, now they're just both red.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the other reason why we show Cast catch the other guy and Fett beat the other guy is to illustrate the two very different ways. Like Cast is bumbling and foolish, whereas Boba Fett is quick and precise.
I see.
You know, like they both succeeded.
Quick
Right.
and precise, that is not what happens at the end of this book.
No, I'm
Well, no, but
when Fett
Boba
kills
Fett
the
kills
Sith
the
Lord.
fake
right,
Sith
but I'm just
Lord.
saying that. But
Well,
yeah, well, but-
because this
argue
guy's a
that
little more
there's
formidable.
Still quite a bit of precision involved in this.
I
crap.
guess.
Yes.
I mean, like,
But it doesn't work.
You had to use Dengar.
Yeah.
So I feel like right there and then you lost your precision. You had to use Dengar.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I can't use balls.
I guess this guy is like a harder target to kill than either the gargoyle or the fake Sith Lord.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean,
and
we have to
Jodo Cast
establish-
couldn't even easily kill that stupid gargoyle creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cast
true.
is using Mandalorian armor. We know that.
Yeah, he's gonna be
he's
hard
got
to
the
kill.
edge. Boba Fett, twin engines of destruction.
So that's a stupid title.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
What are the twin engines?
They
The-
are.
both of them.
They're the
two-
twin engines?
Yeah.
Jodo Cast and Boba Fett.
Right.
They're because they're twins.
And they
No,
have
they're
like
not.
giant engines on their backs.
They look almost the same on the outside,
Yeah.
which is what matters.
That's what twins are.
Yeah. But check it out. It's probably in some Legends collection now. I'll find it. Put it in the description box
Woo!
below so you can get a
Yeah.
copy and read more amazing forgotten stories from the Dark Horse Star Wars canon. Thanks a lot for watching, and hey, check out Mandalorian. I think it'll be better
it
than
looks
this.
better than this.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't it be a kick in the pants if Jodo Cast was in the Mandalorian?
If he is the Mandalorian.
Oh no!
God. They're like, yeah, Boba Fett's not in it.
It's
Armor
Jodo
is,
Cast.
so you can't fucking tell.
Oh God.
That would be amazing. I would have kudos to Jon Favreau for that. But yeah,
Jon Favreau's like, when I was growing up,
I loved
was a boy.
Jodo Cast. When I was a boy.
I loved Twin Engines of Destruction. It's a
Yeah.
huge
Favorite comic.
influence on me and
Yeah.
my life and everything.
Yeah, it informs everything. Like
Yep.
the armor from the Mandalorians made me want to do Iron Man.
Yep. Dengar is gonna have a fucking
Yeah.
cameo.
Yeah,
in The
absolutely.
Mandalorian.
That like shot of the visor, that's where the whole
That's where the whole heads-up display thing came from. That's yeah, cowboys and aliens.
it's all coming together.
It's about gun shooting vigilantes and stuff. Trust me.
That was
Jon
all from Boba
Favreau.
Fett.
That's canon now. Jon Favreau, huge Twin Engines Destruction fan. Thanks a lot for watching this episode of Backish. We'll see you guys next time with a little new one. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Jason.
So long, everybody.
Bye. Hey, we made it
Dear
We
God.
did it.
through. We did it. And we didn't
was
get one
amazing.
emperor. I'm kinda
No, he
disappointed.
didn't really come.
It's not even
there's
close.
It
There's-
doesn't matter.
There's one Force user and it's a phony.
And he's not really
He's a
bad
phony.
either.
He's a
This
big
guy's a
fat phony.
phony.
He sucks.
God.
Everyone sucks in this.
Yep.
Everyone sucks.
I think just the metadata around this book.
Yeah.
The metadata around
What?
Yeah.
is the ad on the back
Oh.
for
Yeah.
the Crow video game.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
The
is
Crow
just
sequel.
fabulous.
Yeah.
City of
perfect.
Angels.
Jesus.
3D fighting with a vengeance.
It's like,
Oh,
hey,
great.
Oh, it's 3D
Yeah,
fighting?
you can play it on your Sega Saturn or your Windows 98 machine.
Sega Saturn,
right.
wow.
Or your PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, put it
Oh.
right next to your copy of Star Wars Demolition.
Man.
This
seriously.
cover is so bizarre.
It's really bizarre.
With its like pastel colors and
Yeah.
like,
I know.
I'm just like,
It's very striking. I like it. I
It's
wish
like
it was.
Ghostly Dengar.
see, you didn't think that looks a little bit like wheat?
Yeah, it does look like wheat.
Yeah. Okay.
I always saw it as like
Thank
an
you.
arrow, like a archer's arrow.
That makes more sense, but I was like, it's wheat.
And Jodo Cat's logo is horse shit.
Is nothing? I
No.
guess a dragon.
I mean, it
It's
looks,
a tribal
It's kind of like a
tattoo.
it is.
it kind of looks like a fucked up face.
Maybe it's a great
Oh.
dragon.
Oh, great dragon!
It could be a great dragon from the side, like an
yeah,
interpretation.
its head is facing.
Oh
to
my
the
god,
left.
it is. That's exactly what it is. Damn it.
It's a dragon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
like, here's the head, here's the wing, here's the tail.
Well, that's a lot cooler now.
Yeah, all right.
It's one of those pterosaurs that we were talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, that thing you made
the
up.
thing that's not real.
And Batman. Wow. Oh.
Because I called him Batman
Yeah, you
earlier,
did.
I guess.
So he goes,
He found him. That's the most
Been your
important
hand
part.
bothered.
Like, he wasn't even like the major threat that
We don't-
shows up.
he was just
Vader
fucking
shows up
around.
first.
No, he was a threat. He just didn't need to,
Yeah, no.
do
No.
anything.
No, Boba Fett is like the.
But
like,
if Vader hadn't been there, he would have.
He's a cool drawing that they've somehow created lore out of. He is
Yeah.
like the Ghost Rider of the Star
He's
Wars
so cool.
universe.
He doesn't even get his own bounties. He hires other people to get them for him.
"That's Jango Fett."
Oh, that was Jango. That's right. Well, I couldn't tell because they look fucking the same.
All right.
Damn it.
That's obviously it's in their
God
genetics.
damn it. Yeah.
Because
Right,
you know,
that
he's
is
a
the
clone.
worst.
He's a
thing
clone,
about
he's the
Sam
same
Weasel,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah, that Zam Weasel is a chump.
Right.
Hired as a subcontract. What a fucking lazy asshole. I'm the best there is.
At what?
At sucking.
And hiring.
At like using the internet? Like,
At getting me fucking head chopped off.
At Googling fucking assassins.
Yeah. Oh.
I put up
I need
a-
you to. What did she do? Try to kill the senator? All right. Using what?
First, she used a bomb.
Yeah. And she killed, whatever. And then we got these little things. You remember those things that go into the room?
like
The millipedes?
The millipedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking no.
yeah, let's just introduce that. That's what we all want.
That's a thing in the Star Wars universe.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Just because it's in the Star Wars universe doesn't
Killer
mean...
millipedes?
Yeah.
They're there now.
Killerpedes.
Killerpedes. They're going to be in the new movie.
Don't say that
They
out
cut
loud.
their own holes in the glass, right?
No.
No.
Oh no, how'd they get in
They
there?
had a droid. That's the one.
there
That's
was
the
a
thing
droid.
that
There's like
Obi-Wan jumps
There's
on.
way
and
too
rides.
many components to this
Yes,
plan.
Jango subcontracts
Yeah,
to Sam
okay.
Weasel,
Let's go in
who
the
then
order of
built a
operations.
droid.
So wait.
No.
So the droid cut the hole in the window.
Yes.
Yes.
Why didn't the droid just
Shoot her
through the window?
Yeah, it looked like a fucking assassin droid.
Because
so
then why would I have these killer millipedes? What am I going to
Yeah.
do with them? I
They are-
bought them. I'm
Yeah.
using them.
they're a beast to keep. They
Yes.
keep trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I gotta feed them. I don't know what ends their mouth.
Yeah, basically you needed 4 sentient creatures to execute that plan.
Yes.
Jango Fett to hire Sam Weasel.
Django
Sam Weasel
to be hired.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
Django
true.
was
5.
hired.
Yeah.
Yeah, the would-be killer, like the mastermind, if you will.
Yeah.
Who contracts Jango Fett, who then subcontracts Zam Weasel, who then uses
A droid.
a droid which deploys millipedes.
Yeah, that's kind of a long chain. There.
That's quite the kill
And
chain.
if they had honestly let that millipede keep doing what it was going to do, it was going to then burst into several hundred tiny android
yes.
centipedes.
Which would then go inside and like tear her up.
Yeah.
No, they're nanopedes, and they go into Padme, and then they make her do things she doesn't want to do.
Oh.
Go
Like a
down
brain
like
slug.
Like a
Control
brain
slug,
slug.
yeah.
Yeah.
like, she could have gone down paths that she couldn't have followed, but that she would have followed instead.
This is true.
So
They would, and in fact, ipso facto, those killipedes do break her heart.
Anyway.
God damn it.